Why, hello there, friends, family, and everything in between. It's Dylan from All-Star Universes bringing you another round of One Piece TCG. On the left, we have Tristan, I don't know his last name, playing Trafalgar Law. And on the right, we have Ghost playing Edward Newgate. Notably, I should have asked for his first name, but his Bandai name is Ghost, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, if your Bandai name is not your first name, I don't know. But Ghost is also just like a dope name. So, hey, it is what it is. Now, both of these decks, let's talk about them real quick. Trafalgar Law is a red-green deck that starts with 4 life. It's from Romance Dawn. It is our first problematic, quote-unquote, supposedly, if you had asked people at the beginning of set 1, supposedly problematic leader ability. It is quite good. If your board is full, you can pay 2 mana to pick up one of your creatures to swap it out with a 5 or less creature of a different color for free. Now, when I say different color, I mean a red or green card. You can't just randomly put in a purple queen because, you know, the deck is red-green. You can't play purple cards. But Jesus Christ, that'd be cool. And then the Whitebeard deck on the right there, Edward Newgate, has 6 life, 6,000 power, mono red. Now, the caveat is at the end of your turn, you take a damage. However, I don't think that's really a caveat, right? Like, you just draw a card. Like, you just draw cards. Whitebeard is crazy. It's so fun to play. If you're looking for a fun mid-rangey deck, I recommend Whitebeard. Alright. Goes now at 3 life. Tristan threw down on it to ensure that some damage taken through. Like, you really just get to, like, take damage down to 0 and go, okay, I'll protect my life. While also just playing big dumb cards like that Moby Dick card. That card is going to be, like, literally will be banned when set 3 comes out. Because it's kind of silly. When you have, I think, 1 or less life or 0 life, I forget exactly the wording on it, but all of your Whitebeard cards and your leader get plus 2k. So your leader's an 8k base during your turn, which means it checks for infinite. Vista gets to attack for 5k without any Dawn attached to it. The vanillas are huge. Fucking the Whitebeard character, the 9-drop, is a billion power. How do you out-combo a billion power? Alright, Tristan playing a Nami here. Top 5. Now, I don't actually know if Ghost is on Whitebeard or the 9-drop Whitebeard, because it's something that not everybody seems to be playing right now. I think it's pretty good, but I don't play the game enough to truly have an opinion. I just think big
what's that
9-drop that gives my leader plus 2k until the end of the turn is pretty sick. Until the end of the next turn. How you gonna... Like, Whitebeard's already enough to make decent checks into. Like, the fact that you just go, okay, yeah, it's fine, whatever. I'll exist.
But you do play 80 searchers, I'm pretty sure.
But bigger this time. While these players think about their turns, I'm going to do our little ad read that we do every time.
Maybe it's these crazy dogs.
I do a video. If you're wondering what you're watching right now, you're watching footage from our weekly modern shit. One Piece local that we have every Monday at 7 p.m. We do not stream it every week. I do alternate between this and the modern format for Magic, hence why I just said modern. We do 2-week blocks, so we are in our second week of our One Piece block this month. Well, the last week of the month, I think we'll be back on One Piece. But we do 2 weeks One Piece, 2 weeks of Magic, rotate. Pretty good. But yeah, if you want to watch us on Twitch, it's Alter Universes Live. If you subscribe to Twitch, I appreciate you greatly. I will appreciate you more if you like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, because that helps the algorithm, and the algorithm helps me eat. So, you know, hey. But the other ad read part of it, besides what you're watching, is that is where you can play One Piece with our company. So, Mondays at Alter Universes Bluebell, or East Arlington, we have our weekly tournament, 7 p.m. Wednesdays at our Holmes location on McDade Boulevard in Holmes, PA. You can play in the tournament at 7 p.m. Thursdays in our Wilmington location at 7 p.m. as well. Now, those happen every week. The other 2 locations do not stream. We are working on getting that capability up to them, but currently they don't stream. However, there is a One Piece 1K happening at our Wilmington location on Saturday, May 6th. Registration will begin at 11 a.m. Play will begin at noon that day. It'll be a $30 entry to the tournament. And not only will we be giving away $1,000 in store credit to the top 8, we will also be giving out the super fancy Bandai Premium Nico Robin Nami playmat that they sent us, which is very exciting. Should be a great time. I should be there, probably streaming the event, or maybe even playing in it, depending on if I can get comfortable enough with the deck in the next month, while also not existing for other card game reasons.
You play at 2?
Already. Ghost has a Bartholomew on the board, which is a blocker. And then a copy of a Marco that is a blocker that if you have 2 or less life, you can bring back once it dies. It does come back tapped, so it won't, block forever. But it is pretty effective.
Jesus.
Just over here doing law things, playing with laws, and bouncing things, and bouncing more things, and playing things. Life total's pretty close, 2-1. Now, I feel like this is going to be a game that gets really grindy really quick. Right? Like, we're 6 minutes into this video. We have 20 more minutes to go, and it's 2-1. Like, the life totals are low. Ghost will probably be going to 0 this turn, unless he has enough Don for the 9-drop Newgate and decides to play it. Though I think there's an argument probably just to, play a vanilla here, leave Don up for blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Don? Yeah. So 1 Don on Whitebeard, check in for... Oh. Maybe thinking of going 2 Don on Whitebeard here. That way, if Tristan blocks with the law blocker, he has to combo at least a 2k still.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So he does get the Capone to basically free block with, right? So another Marco could also be really good for those 2. Alright, 7k checking in. A little bit of a frame delay there. Love that. There's a vanilla coming out here. Now next turn, that vanilla is going to be checking for 9k. Because of Moby Dick. Right. Folks, we have set 3 approaching the horizon. Will we be stuck in another red meta? What do you think? Do you think we're going to be red dominated once again? If that's the case, do you think any further bans should happen besides the Moby Dick and the blue card that got hit? If you're not looking forward to set 3, or just you got set 2 on the brain, what decks are you enjoying? What is your deck of choice right now? What are you vibing with? Are you a Kinemon player? Smoker? Whitebeard? Speaking of Smoker has ticked up in popularity at the store. And it's got some cool effects, so I get it. But there is a lot a lot more people playing that deck than there were like a couple weeks ago. Almost a month ago. The set came out a month ago. Um, it's interesting. I wonder if it's just like a metagame thing, like if Smoker is just strong into our local scene, so that's why people are playing it. But I feel like we went from like 2 people playing it to like 6 people playing it, which is a pretty sizable jump, honestly.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said Sega, man. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving. I said, good to see you. I guess I need to wrong. You're the first one. Hey, my name is, I forget. I'm gonna go.
Holy fuck. I'm sorry, that was one of those. I have ADHD. Not trying to stall, sorry.
Alright, Tristan's board, 4 dudes. Got 2 copies of the wall blocker. Nami, a Vista, and Don. A lot of Don. Alright, there's a Brook. Going to be attaching 2 Don to the leader. The on-play effect. Goes just comboing out of it, countering out of it.
Swing out leader for 6.
This is that mid-range thing I was talking about. Like, Ghost just gets to untap and throw Don onto these already big things to check in for attacks. They might not even throw Don on their creatures. Like, they don't need to. They're big. Like, that's a 9k vanilla base. Well, not base. 7k base plus 2k. But alright, we see the law activation putting 3-drop Zoro into play. Is throwing a Don on it. Playing around something that I don't quite know. Alright, they're going to play 5-drop law here. Sacrifices the Vista. Going to pick up Nami with the ability. Put Nami back into play, top 5. Grab a straw hat card that is not a Nami.
And I'll pass turn.
You whiffed?
Yep, I whiffed.
How many cards in hand do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards.
Let's talk about both of these players' alt arts. These are 2 of my favorite alt arts in the game. I think the Law is genuinely my favorite card art in the game. I don't know what it is. I just very much enjoy it. And then the Whitebeard alt art, that mustache is glorious. That is like the mustache to end all mustaches. Like, it takes up like 15% of the card. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, leader at 9.
7k check coming in here. Tristan will take it down to 1. Alright, putting another Don on. Going to check in for 10k. Immediately blocked by a Law. Plays another copy of Marco. I enjoy that Ghost board is like slowly encroaching on Tristan's space. Like that Marco is between 2 board states. It's just always a funny thing to witness happen on camera. I've done it myself accidentally, where like my dude's just much farther on their board than it should be. It's like, oh wait, my bad. Pull that back.
Four active Dawn.
Yep.
phone to check group text, accidentally throw phone onto the desk. That is my life, folks. All right, we're looking at Tristan's hand. It doesn't look phenomenal. All right, 1 done. 2 done. Play Curly. Curly. Top 5. Grab a 1 drop. These Marcos are making it rough, right? Because
What did you have with that? I'm sorry. What?
you
what did
need
you
to
have?
threaten
It was,
2 attacks here
some-
that are big enough that Ghost just can't counter out of it regardless, that then force the blocks. But with 9 Dawn available and nothing huge on the board, it's going to be rough.
Swing at 5.
All right, 1 Dawn swinging in. Coming in for 7. Ghost counters a 2K.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Swing at live for 6.
Swings in with Law. Marco blocks. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe Marco's just chilling. Going to guard point to block it. Okay. It looks like Tristan has a 5-drop Luffy in hand. I wonder if the play is just put Luffy and then load as much Dawn onto it as he can to force cards at a Ghost hand. 2, 3, 4, 5 in hand for a Ghost. I think that might be the play. It depends on like how much you expect your opponent to have Radical Beam. If your opponent has Radical Beam, then it's going to be rough, right? 4K power for 1 Dawn is quite strong. Alright, replacing the Nami. Comes Law. Picks up the Brook.
It's a chopper in play.
Pass. Yep. How many cards in hand, sorry?
Has 2 blockers at his disposal here.
I'll attack 8.
Ooh, a little bit of frame delay. We love that. All right. So what we missed there was the, swung in on the Zoro. here comes an ace. This card, alright, this card, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first opened the set, I read this card, I was like, this card sucks. Like, this card is just worse Luffy. Why would I play this? And I don't think it's amazing. But, it's better than I gave it credit for. Especially because with Moby Dick, it's a 9K. Like, that part's pretty good. I'm not gonna front about that. Y'all, I don't know where my Kaido deck is. I like built a Kaido deck for set 2. Not that I think it's great, but I wanted it in my my roots testing circle, and I don't know where the hell this deck is. I know that's very random, but I thought I saw a deck box, and I was like, oh, that must be it. It's not it. It was, in fact, not what we were looking for. Here comes Anami, get a top 5.
What did you have with the Nami?
He's got 3 radical beams in his hand.
Pokemon cards on my desk. Being a card shop employee. Ooh, baby, more frame delay. Let's go. While that we're thinking. Oh, we're just thinking. That was a frame delay. They were both so still. Petrifying. Alright, Atama here. Got a -2 to Marco. You see Law picked up. Going to attack a Law first. Makes sense.
What's up? Oh, so
I'll swing a left for 6.
Goes counters out of it. I think if you expect your opponent to flicker into a Vista here, you block with the marker that's been reduced. But, yeah, tomato. I still think I'm on the plan of playing Luffy here and just jamming it. Like, I think that's the world I still live in. Is that that's probably the plan? Because if you do the block plan there anyways, right? You flicker into the Vista. Or you don't, like, they block, they bring it back. The Vista won't kill it regardless, so you flicker into, like, the Luffy. And just load literally everything up on Luffy. And have it make it so it can't be blocked. And just tell your opponent to have it. Sometimes you have to play to win instead of playing to not lose. Like, Ghost Stand is getting low. And if all the remaining Don were to go onto Luffy, I think there's a world where he's able to win. He paid 5, he had 6 floating. So what? $11-12K. So you lose to Radical Beam plus. There's 2 cards in hand. It has to be Radical Beam plus Radical Beam. I don't think there's anything that gets you out of that, right? You just need double Radical Beam. Yeah, I think that has to be the play line. Because if Ghost gets to untap, there's almost no way that Tristan survives.
Shit. I'll pass her.
Ghost will have 5 attacks, and they're all going to be huge. This one has 1
This
blocker.
is definitely the last turn.
And does have cards in hand that don't counter.
Yep.
Alright, this is going to be a 9k swing. Decides to block a wall.
Attack for 9.
9k once again. Discards 3 cards in hand to get out of it.
Jesus Christ, let that radical beam
9k one more time.
Attack for
And
11.
quite a large swing. That is going to be the game. Ghost will be taking a new gate over
I
Tristan.
bluffed the shit out of you.
That
Well, it's
makes
not even that. It's like
the toss of the
even
cards. Thank you for watching, folks. Have a great rest of your day.